special report from DELICIA HAYNES on the tidal flooding which affected several West Coast Demerara communities over the weekend. The communities of Iflat, Lenora, Stewartville, and De Willem are returning to normalcy following recent flooding when unprecedented spring tides overtopped the seawall along sections of the west coast of Demerara. Since the incident on early Friday morning, the Civil Defense Commission and the regional administration has been providing the necessary relief and intervention. Several ministers have since visited the area, including Acting Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs, Carl Greenidge.
The engineers have given me a lot of guidance as to what the problem is that they face, what they will be doing about trying to reinforce the wall from the other side. That's one side. Secondly, to keep the drains flowing, because that's a big problem, and a problem that the community has to help us with. If they block in the drains, then the water can't run off.
While the Public Infrastructure Ministry worked to repair the damaged seawall, 2 relief shelters were set up at Iflat Secondary School and the Iflat Lenora Community Development Center to house those displaced. Deputy Director General of the CDC, Lieutenant Colonel Kester Craig, supervised the distribution of sanitation packages to residents in the affected communities.
What we're doing today is distributing cleaning items, sanitation items, to all the homes of the affected so that they could assist in cleaning up the area and to ensure that to reduce any health hazard from affecting the families and to keep away insects, snakes from biting the children and the member of the families.
By Sunday, residents could have been seen cleaning up their premises and returning to some level of normalcy. The affected areas continue to be monitored. Meanwhile, the affected Lenora Hospital was temporarily closed after the bottom flat was flooded. The cleanup exercise at the Lenora Treatment and Diagnostic Center is moving apace. Assistant Administrator Ms. KATHLEEN Armstrong stated that upon completion, the facility is expected to be reopened on Thursday, March 8th.
Presently, we are in the mopping up exercises. Even though the Guyana Fire Service would have initially done some work, we still have to continue by wiping, doing our floors, sanitizing, and all the other aspects of the mopping up exercise. There's still some areas where we have the thick mud, and thanks to one of our contractors, he is bringing a power hose, and so we're going to be hosing out, especially the pharmacy and the health center. Those were the hardest hit.
Meanwhile, patients continue to be referred to the Mildred Cox Young Health Center at Den Amstel and the Iflat Community Center ground that are functioning on a 24-hour basis providing health care.
As of date, at these 2 health centers, Iflat and Den Amstel, we did not get any report on any flood-borne diseases. We also would like to give special thanks to the Cuban Medical Brigade who really helped during this period. They rendered their services. They went beyond the call.
From Lenora on the west coast of Demerara, I am DELICIA HAYNES.